High school sports fans, are you following Varsity Media on our YouTube channel? For the best coverage of New York high school sports, make sure you head to youtube.com/Varsity Media. 3 easy steps. First, hit that like button, and then be sure to subscribe. And finally, tap that yellow bell to be notified of all of our upcoming sportscasts. Thank you for following Varsity Media on YouTube. High school sports fans, Varsity Media Pass is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Playoffs. For semifinal and championship coverage of boys and girls lacrosse, softball, and baseball, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Varsity Media is the home for New York high school sports.
It's a Friday after-school special as 2 of the top teams in New York State lock horns. The Victor Blue Devils and the Cold Spring Harbor Seahawks on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And a pleasant good afternoon, everybody. We welcome you inside the broadcast booth. I'm John Perez. You couldn't have thought of a better picture-perfect day for lacrosse, especially at this time of the year in April. After the groundswell of rain that we had the other day in the New York metropolitan area, and of course with everyone dealing with the snow up in Rochester, finally the sun is out. And we'll start with the defending New York State champion Victor Blue Devils, who come into this match with only one game at their belt, a 14-6 win over Penfield. That was on March 27th. They have not played a game since then, and they're looking to knock off Cold Spring Harbor today. And they're led by 2 of the top players, of course, in New York State. It goes to Devin Livingston and Bryn Gotham, 2 of 12 college commits on this roster. Devin Livingston, of course, one of 2 Livingstons on this roster. Her sister Morgan is on the roster as well, and you can just see what she's able to do. And Devin, so fantastic, amazing at the draw, all over the field, good vision. And then, of course, you've got Bryn Gotham, who just pressures so well, knows exactly what to do, and someone who fields her position well, but is a great communicator as well for Victor, a team that is going to have to communicate today. They've got 2 games in 2 days. They'll play St. Anthony's tomorrow. And, of course, Maya Pronti right there, the Georgia commit, is someone to keep an eye out to, number 1 in blue. So those are our 2 impact players. Let's meet the starting lineup. And we just saw Pronti, along with Ali Pisano, Libby Boland, as well as Cami Adrid, Morgan and Devin Livingston, Julia Bruno, Ryan Savage, Bryn Gotham, Abby Murphy, Lila Kubrick, and Maggie Allen, who is a fantastic goalkeeper for Victor, the senior. She's headed to Mercyhurst. Last year, she was the only goalie on the roster, so it was trial by fire. This year, she's taken that position by the horns and has really done a fantastic job in between the pipes and is really good on the 8-meter shots and good at clearing the ball. So that's exactly what Victor's going to want to do today. Against a Cold Spring Harbor that's red hot. They won 11-7 yesterday over Penfield, a game that was postponed due to rain a day before, so it gets pushed back 24 hours. 11-7 the victory for the Seahawks, and they'll be led by 2 of the best players in their class as well, as it's Ryan Reynolds and Amelia Bentley. Reynolds with 6 points on the early season, as well as Bentley, of course, a couple of helpers for Reynolds. Reynolds a player with a couple of goals yesterday against Penfield, and there's Bentley right there. Has made the change for Cold Spring Harbor this year, was reluctant at first, was an attacker last year, played in the midfield, and she's just been given so many opportunities for Cold Spring Harbor this year as in that attacking position, someone who could be the quarterback from X and does a really good job getting in front of the net as well. So keep an eye on her. She's been killing it so far for Danielle Castellane's crew. And there's a starting lineup. It's Amelia Bentley along with Sienna Koch, Gianna Marino, Kelly Callahan, Jenna Kessler, Rachel Louie, the two-sport athlete, also moonlights and plays field hockey as well as a midfielder there. Ryan Reynolds, Maggie Spiel, along with Ruby Spielberger, Michelle Coles, Zoe Soskin, and Maya Soskin. Soskin was a freshman starter that went all the way to states a couple of years ago, and she has been one of the top players at her position over the last few years. 11 saves yesterday, and she was great. Those are the 7 saves going into the game yesterday, and the junior is really good at clearing the ball. So any shot that goes her way, Castellane and the rest of the crew feel confident in her ability. It's Cold Spring Harbor, it's Victor. It's all coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Dante does it
Terrific
again!
Defensive play. Dante Zadaro.
Illico ties it up by
Yeso steps up and score.
A jump shot for Nell.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media Pass is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County playoffs. For semifinal and championship coverage of boys and girls lacrosse, softball, and baseball, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Varsity Media is the home for New York high school sports.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Dante does it
Terrific
again!
Defensive play. Dante Zadaro.
Illico ties it up by
Yeso steps up and score.
A jump shot for Nell.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media Pass is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County playoffs. For semifinal and championship coverage of boys and girls lacrosse, softball, and baseball, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Varsity Media is the home for New York high school sports.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Dante does it
Terrific
again!
defensive play. Dante Vidaro.
Illico ties it up. Move by
Yeso
Yeso.
steps up and score.
A jump shot for Nell.
We welcome you back to Cold Spring Harbor and a fantastic girls lacrosse matchup today as the Victor Blue Devils looking for their second win of the season, making the trip down from Rochester. And they're going through the gauntlet over the next couple of days. They're going to have to face St. Anthony's tomorrow, but looking for a victory against Cold Spring Harbor. Well, how are they going to do it? We'll look at today's keys to the game. And for the Blue Devils, pretty simple here. Possess the ball, take good shots, and communicate defensively. That's something that Jen Haggerty's been lauding her team for. They communicate so well defensively, but it's always a sticking point, saying that if we're not talking, we're probably not winning. So she wants the team to be as loquacious as possible on defense. Cold Spring Harbor take care of the ball and find the open shooter. This is a Victor team that can mix up its defenses, play some zone, play some man. They get up and down the field, and they also communicate defensively like we mentioned. So if you find that open shooter, that's going to help. And for Cold Spring Harbor, we want to talk on defense as well. Don't leave anybody out on an island. As great as Soskin is, you don't want those shots unaltered going towards the net. Well, a beautiful day, especially after some of what many people were saying, traumatic events earlier this morning, the earthquake shaking the eastern seaboard as well for 10 whole seconds, and just getting calls, everyone there. So on behalf of Varsity Media and the rest of the crew, we hope that everyone is okay out there. And, of course, if you need help, reach out to Jeff at varsitymedia.net, providing assistance the rest of the way as Cold Spring Harbor and Victor it's been a fun weather week, to say the least, if you're a meteorologist, especially for all the rain down here, and then Rochester dealing with the snow. And that's one thing Jen Haggerty said is it's been a peculiar year because she's an alpine skiing coach and had to cancel a lot of meets earlier this year because, quite frankly, there wasn't any snow, and now it's snowing in the spring. And then that hasn't happened. So there's Cold Spring Harbor. Danielle Castellane, 13 wins a year ago. They fell to Scanidales in the Class D semifinals. They've been in the Class D semifinals each of the last couple of years. 10 wins and 9 losses in 2022, losing to Bronxville. But that was the Maya Soskin show when she was showing out on the field. Now a junior and leading the team defensively as Castellane, heck of a lacrosse player in her own right as well. And leading a good crew here, looking for a 4-0 start against Victor before they get back into their Long Island schedule. In fact, this is the last non-league matchup that they'll have. Last non-Long Island team that they'll face for the rest of the season. They play at St. Anthony's on May 13th. So stick checks are done, lineups are all accounted for, and now the players making their way onto the field in what should be a good one as these two teams are hoping that this is the first of 2 times that they meet this year. Of course, a lot will have to play down, but both of these teams have been in Cortland over the last few years, and Cold Spring Harbor has just run roughshod over Class D, especially down in Section 8, and hoping to make the step up this year as we'll get the opening draw, and it is Amelia Bentley to take it for Cold Spring Harbor on one side, and I believe that's Livingston on the other. Of course, we mentioned the 2 Livingstons, Devin and Morgan Livingston. And it will be Devin Livingston to start it off. We get the AOK and a Friday afternoon special here at Cold Spring Harbor as we are almost set to go. And the whistle and plopped up. And Victor will control. That's Ali Pisano. Pisano, only a freshman, game-winning goal in the section finals last year as an 8th grader. And quickly, right off the belt, Victor gets on the board. This is a team that can light it up. 14 goals in the win over Penfield on March 27th. And how about shaking off the rust as Devin Livingston finds the back of the net for Victor. And started off on the ground ball by Pisano, charging up ahead. Livingston was calling for it, and then in some space. Driving inside, and one of our impact players finding the top left shelf, for her 5th goal of the year. So not even 14 seconds into the contest, it's Livingston lighting the lamp, and a 1-0 lead for the visitors. Whistle after the draw. And quickly floated up ahead. This is a Victor team that can get up and down the field very quickly as Pisano makes the catch in stride. And now 1v1 with Maggie Spear. Rips a shot and another goal. Well, Pisano had the helper. Now she's got a tally of herself. And not even a half a minute into the contest, Victor's got 2 on the board. Take another look at Pisano getting to the net, and with some open space, Cold Spring Harbor sitting back. Pisano seeing that nobody checks her, weaves inside, and bounces it past Soskin, and a 2-0 Blue Devil lead. And so now Bentley and Devin Livingston again. Straight up, and Cold Spring Harbor needs a face-off win in the worst way. And they'll get it as Bentley scoops it up. Bentley, 4 goals and an assist against Penfield yesterday, 10 goals and 11 assists on the season. As the Seahawks will run their offense, and they'll start it from X. It's Kelly Callahan, had a hat trick yesterday against the team from Section 5 in Penfield. Whistle halts play and another restart.
Not a good start.
Bentley looking to be that quarterback from X. Dishes up top. Good stick work as Lila Kubrick knocks it away. She's only a sophomore, but Jen Haggerty says she does an amazing job. And how about that finish? Amelia Bentley gets one back, and that makes it 2-1.
Go Seahawks!
Take another look as Bentley starts it off, gets around Kubrick, and then is picked up on the other side by Abby Murphy, but the pretty finish as she puts it past Allen, the Mercyhurst commit. And that's what Cold Spring Harbor needed in the worst way, especially after giving up 2 goals right off the jump.
Jared said he's going to be.
Yeah, unfortunately, I knew it yesterday, but I was just hoping that it was a partial. She knew it when she saw it. Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. She said that she had a partial.
So a whistle after the draw, and we'll do it again.
So, I mean, if she had a partial, that just went the whole way.
And now one straight up. Here's Livingston. Livingston to the net, save, Soskin. Big save by the Seahawks keeper. Soskin robbing Livingston to keep it 2-1. Ruby Spielberger, the midfielder. As Rachel Louie weaves in and out. Rachel Louie usually playing on the defensive side. Her and Michelle Cole are the crease defenders, but in open space have no problem bringing the ball across midfield. And this will set up Cold Springs and Harbor's offense. Cutting inside, a shot just goes wide. That was a good shot by Spielberger, but off to the left, and now it's Bentley once more. Bentley. This is Kelly Callahan. Starting and stopping is Spielberger. Reynolds. The drive. And a big save by Maggie Allen. And a whistle before the shot, so it'll stay with Cold Spring Harbor. And so the shot from 8. This is Ryan Reynolds looking for the equalizer. Yeah, we just wait for the adjustments here, but Reynolds gets the okay, drives inside and scores, and we're tied. Ryan Reynolds' 3rd goal in 2 games. Their 6th of the season. And that gives Cold Spring Harbor the equalizer. We're tied at 2. Just a great job driving inside by Reynolds. And you knew that this would be a game of runs, and we're seeing that through the first 3:10 of this contest. Here in the opening quarter from Cold Spring Harbor as Amelia Bentley and Devin Livingston once more. Devin Livingston, the captain for Victor. And like we mentioned, we'll be headed to check that. Her sister Morgan is committed. She's going to Maryland. And now there's Pisano. Goal and an assist in the opening quarter. And then drops off to Cami Adred. Libby Boland started, gets it all the way to X, and now it's Pisano. The Victor team under first-year head coach Jen Haggerty, who's been with the program for a decade and a half, or a little bit more than that. Of course, we mentioned the Alpine skiing head coach. Her daughter used to play as well, so she was watching from the sidelines last year when they won the state title, and says this is really like walking into a dream, especially to a team that's locked and loaded like this Victor squad. From the 8, it's Devin Livingston. Livingston 1v1 with Maya Soskin. And this could put Victor in front. And here's Livingston, rifles it, and scores. Top left shelf, Livingston. It's her 2nd goal of the game, her 6th of the season, 3-2 Victor. Take another look at Livingston as saw the 2 defenders closing in on her, and it's like a rifle, and shot out of a cannon to give Victor a 3-2 edge, and back to the face-off draw that she goes. And 5 face-off wins against Penfield. As her and Bentley to duel it out again. Straight up in the air, and there's Livingston. Another win. Has Pisano to her right, and then Pisano gets walled off, so she'll keep it herself. Jenna Kessler drawing the assignment. Swung around, high shot over the net. As that was a trailing Cami Adred, first-year starter. Pisano shakes and bakes, draws it back out. And good defensive stand by Cold Spring Harbor. And now it's Ruby Spielberger. Flip to X, and now it's Bentley. Bentley in the slot and a score. Maggie Spear with the goal. Danielle Castellane says she's a scrapper, had 2 and 2 the other night, and scores her first of the game. We're tied at 3. The Cold Spring Harbor team that moves so well without the ball. And Spear, no exception to that. Finds a little crease, tic-tac-toe and puts it low left corner.
Let's go, Ryan.
So 6 goals through the first 6 minutes of the quarter. As Bentley on Livingston. And another whistle again. And so Cold Spring Harbor will start it off. They have not led in this contest. And looking to get in front, it's Ryan Reynolds. She's got a tally so far. Flips it up to Olivia Mulata, who checks in. Bentley disrupted, and the clamp down. Maggie Allen. Big check, whistle, should come back. And so Victor on the opposite side of the 30s. This is Lila Kubrick. She's only a sophomore. And Brink Gotham, the future Michigan Wolverine, gets it across midfield. Devin Livingston. Ball comes ajar. And Spielberger's there. Sano and Livingston. From a knee, quickly swung over. Shot in front, goes wide. We'll stay with Victor, 5.5 to play, opening quarter. Here's Morgan Livingston. With some space, a little weave. Devin Livingston doesn't get the shot off, but it stays with Maya Pronti. Pronti will be headed to Georgetown to play her college lacrosse. And here's Pisano. Bruno. Over to Livingston, 1v1, swings it, and wide to the left. And to give chase is Morgan Livingston. Like we mentioned, 1 of 12 commits already on this Victor team. When we get a second, we'll show you exactly where everyone's going, but it's a pretty impressive list, whether it's D1 all the way down to D3. A great funnel program that Victor is for the NCAA and what they've been able to do over the last couple of years, and same thing for Cold Spring Harbor. Two of the top teams that obviously you play travel lacrosse against each other, and then a good opportunity to play non-league games against each other. Just seeing good lacrosse talent all around. Poke loose. Pisano picks up the loose change. 4 goals and an assist against Penfield as Adrid is pushed back. Devin Livingston lost it. And a whistle. Under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Tell you what, I love the transition rec specs by one of the officials over there. I used to play the rec. I used to have the rec specs back in the day. Not that anybody cares, but either way, still look pretty cool. Here's Devin Livingston. There you go, right there. Just got to put a patent on that, make it 1 of 1. Are NFTs still a thing? Call in if you know. Phones will be buzzing. Devin Livingston. And it's Julia Bruno. We'll be going to the ACC to play for Pitt. Workhorse in the middle of the field. Nice pass, the drive inside. Bruno with the finish. Julia Bruno. Her 4th goal of the year as she's able to put it past Soskin and Victor goes back in front 4-3. Take another look, but just watch the catch in transition. Bruno, good eye for the net. Slings past a few defenders and scores. Well, each time that Victor scored, Cold Spring Harbor had the response. Quick 2-0 lead for Victor, and then a couple of goals for Cold Spring Harbor to even it up. And now it's Ryan Reynolds off the draw, the first time that we see her taking a face-off today. Against Devin Livingston, and Pisano right behind her teammate. From a knee, Adrid over to Bruno, and two-play catch. And there is Libby Boland as well, the senior. And now Boland, and Jen Haggerty said if there's anyone that's made great strides, it's Libby Boland, and someone is just so much more confident this year. As here's Pisano, freshman playing with confidence beyond her years. Under 2 minutes to play, opening quarter, and a 4-3 lead for Victor. Pisano trying to shake Reynolds, and then hands off. Adred. Bruno. Good defensive stand by Cold Spring Harbor. And so the Seahawks to take over with 100 seconds to go in the first quarter. Rachel Louie extending the defense to the offense. Here's Jenna Kessler. And now this will set up the Cold Spring Harbor offense. Spielberger. Sienna Koch. Walled off, it's Maggie Spear. Saved in front, Allen with the denial. Loose ball. And then scooped up. Big GB for Lila Kubrick. And now Bryn Gotham. Gotham, the Michigan commit, galloping across midfield and then slings it up ahead. 40 seconds to go. And a 4-3 lead for Victor. Maya Pronti. Victor can hold for the last shot. Driving inside, here's Livingston. Good job by 3 defenders to swarm over. Well, this will set up an 8-meter. And what could be one of the last Victor shots of the first quarter. And it's pulled back out. Livingston, ranked the 8th best attackman in her class with 5 seconds. That'll stop the clock with 4.1. And check that, and clock expires, and both teams coming off the field. And that does it for the first quarter. 4-3 the lead for Victor over Cold Spring Harbor. You're watching a non-league matchup, Section 5 against Section 8 on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching Varsity Media, New York's high school sports network.
Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media.
So just a little clarity here. We're not in the second quarter yet. There's 4.1 seconds left in the first quarter. So what happened was there was a penalty late in the first quarter. They put time back on the clock, and so we will be getting to the second quarter momentarily, but an 8-meter shot upcoming for Victor. And so there was a timeout called, of course, by the Blue Devils to set it up. So here's Devin Livingston with a team leading 4-3. So Livingston against Maya Soskin. Waiting for the okay. Devin Livingston. Denied by Soskin. Second chance saved off to the right. And time expires on the first quarter. So now we will go to the second quarter. Victor with a 4-3 lead over Cold Spring Harbor. Right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
When it comes to advertising, are you hitting the right audience? Why waste your time with television or a free print publication that's given out at a local deli? Varsity Media has your back. With a following of over 50,000 and a local demographic ranging between the ages of 18 and 54 years old, it's time to get that return on investment. Plus, here's the best part. Your ad lives forever on our YouTube page. And with a large on-demand audience, it's a grand slam to advertise with Varsity Media. Start of the second quarter, Victor with a 4-3 lead over Cold Spring Harbor, and the Blue Devils make the 8-hour trip down south. And out of the gate, we're speeding out of the gate. And, of course, with that speedy goal, it's our speedy play of the game, presented by Speed Island NY. Train with Onyx Salva and the gang, located over in Garden City. Book a class today at speedislandny.com. All right, well, Devin Livingston wasted no time scoring the first goal of the game right off the face-off. Ali Pisano with Livingston, who won the face-off, weaving inside, and then puts it right past Soskin, top left corner. That gives Victor a 1-0 lead. For your speedy play of the game, presented by SpeedIslandNY.com. Book a session today. Today's game is also brought to you by the Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation. The mission of the Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation is to spread the positive spirit of lacrosse and support the highest ethical standards for all participants through annual initiatives, including targeted grants, scholarship programs, lacrosse educational clinics, and events to raise awareness and resources in support of the game. All of these dedicated volunteers work as well, and there you see the programs that are supported: Shootout for Soldiers, National Schoolgirls, Hall of Fame, Outreach, Lacks Like a Girl, High School Unsung Hero, Scholarships, 9/11 Memorial, LI Metro Cup, the Division I game that's coming in 2025, Officials Observation Programs, and supporting all youth organizations in Nassau and Suffolk PAL League. Just a great job that they do over there at the Long Island Metro Lacrosse Foundation. Devin Livingston and Ryan Reynolds, two goal scorers in the first quarter. Let's take the opening draw of the second quarter, with Victor leading 4-3, and what these two teams are hoping to meet in the playoffs, and a deep run for both of these teams. Victor, the defending New York State champs, and Cold Spring Harbor looking to get past the state semifinals. They won the LIC each of the last 2 years. Here's Livingston, and she's been almost automatic at the draw. Morgan Livingston. Up top, it's Maya Pronti. To Ali Pisano, someone who's gained a lot of confidence, has known Jen Haggerty since her 8th grade season, but transitioning more over to X and trying to be that quarterback behind the play. So keep an eye on number 2 in blue. That's where she is in top right part of your screen. On the left side is Libby Boland, the artist formerly known as Elizabeth, or at least that's what her parents probably call her. Pronti to Devin Livingston. Kelly Callahan with the assignment. And now over to X is Pisano. Well, no goals through the first 60 seconds, so this game has taken a dramatic stall compared to the first quarter that we saw. The scoreboard lighting up. First minute of the contest, and right there, Soskin with the denial. Cami Audrey driving inside, and Soskin says not that time.
There you go, right?
On the clear, here's Rachel Louie across midfield in a foot race.
Way to be, Rachel.
And gets it all the way across. Good job by Rachel Louie to set up her offense. And now it's Olivia Mulata over to Amelia Bentley. Maggie Spear with her first goal of the game in the first quarter. It's her third goal of the year, and someone who's just exuding confidence, someone who's very unrattled. And now it's Reynolds. Callahan. Good defense up top. Cold Spring Harbor not cutting, and either way, whistle halting play, and that'll set up a free shot for Cold Spring Harbor as Kelly Callahan. Hat trick yesterday against Penfield, and dishes off. Spear to Bentley. Reynolds. Callahan. Working with Devin Livingston. This is what Livingston can do so well defensively. We saw what she does in the draw, and of course, her offensive prowess. Ball comes ajar, scooped up, and Allen with the clear. Bryn Gotham. Didn't say her name a lot in the first quarter, and a lot of that is by design. Coaching staff feels that, hey, she's almost automatic on defense and reading her assignments, communicating vocally, that at times, if you're not bringing up her name, that means that the defense is in cohesion. And so Pisano off to a dread. Pronti. Skips up top. Rachel Louie going for the ground ball. On the other side with Libby Boland as Boland takes a spill. And good hustle by Louie, but we'll stay with Victor. And now chugging inside is Gotham. Audred. Bruno. Skipped in front, never got through to Soskin. And now Soskin with the short heave. Zoe Soskin charging ahead, doubled, whistle.
Good, over. Redirect.
And here's Louie once more. Louie's having herself a good first half. She's not going to stand out in the stat sheet, but does a good job extending the field, getting between the 30s and clearing the ball across midfield as she finds the open player in Mulata. Mulata had an assist against Penfield yesterday. Lost it. Pretty aggressive by Livingston, a whistle, and a foul called against Livingston. So good job by Mulata, only a freshman. Someone who got a lot of playing time in the triple overtime victory against Port Washington, and Danielle Castellane said she deserved it. She was someone who was thrown into a role, won 3 straight draws, and has really contributed. And at times you forget that she's a freshman with her confidence and the aggressiveness in which she plays. 1 goal, 2 assists on the season, and pulls it back out. Callahan. Working up top. Reynolds. Stopping on a dime, flips over. Mulata. Denied. Good stick work by Victor, as that was Lila Kubrick coming out of it. Kubrick the clear. Nifty pass. Bruno cradling. And now Olivia McKinnon. Someone who's been playing more in the attack, is technically a midfielder. Committed to UAlbany. A couple of Great Dane commits on this Victor squad. Livingston drives inside, trips. And penalty upcoming. And an opportunity for Victor. Two officials talking over where the foul was and where it occurred. Castellane gets the confirmation, and now back to the 8 meters. It's Livingston. Livingston 2 goals in the first quarter. Looking for number 3. Slips and scores. She's got a hat trick in the first half. 5-3 Victor. Well, what a start it's been for Devin Livingston this season. Only 2 games, but he's really been pouring it on. It's now 7 goals and 2 assists on the season in only 2 games so far. She's been as good as advertised. And now we'll go to the draw. Ball plop loose. Here's Bentley. Gets it ahead, and now it's Reynolds. Riley Miller checks in for Cold Spring Harbor. Someone who could create a lane, only a junior. And one of those unsung heroes that's not going to jump out of the stat sheet, but contributes in many other ways, and a big reason why Cold Spring Harbor has been able to knock on the door of the New York State title over the last couple of years. Final 5 minutes to play, first half. Victor leads by 2, but Cold Spring Harbor looking to get one back. As it's Ryan Reynolds. Off the set play, weaves around. Stutter step, drives and bounces it wide. She'll say it's a pass, goes right to Bentley. We'll navigate from X. Ryan Savage, the Siena commit. Drawing the assignment defensively. Past Abby Murphy, and there's a goal. Kelly Callahan with the goal. And that cuts the lead down to 1. We'll take another look as Callahan. It's Abby Murphy. Not an easy assignment. Been able to drive in and tuck it in that corner. As Allen didn't give a lot of daylight. And good stick work there. Good finish for Kelly Callahan. Picking up where she left off yesterday, a hat trick. And now, and this one with her first goal of the contest. Plop straight up. Cold Spring Harbor with the win, and we have to come back. Maggie Spear lobs it. And Callahan. The nearest defender is Murphy. And a whistle, stop big play at X. Not a lot of stoppages in the second quarter, and quite frankly, that's because of the lack of offense. Spear up top. Bentley. Bentley drives and scores. We're tied. What a move. Amelia Bentley driving to the cage. And she beats Allen, and we're tied at 5. For Bentley, that's her second goal of the game, and good head fake. Bobs and weaves and scores. And so now Bentley, 12 goals on the season. And Ali Pisano, first opportunity at the draw. Mostly handled by Devin Livingston, who did a good job in the midfield and winning those draws. But now Livingston out of frame. She's off on the left side. Long ground ball still bouncing. Players entangled. Cold Spring Harbor possession. Reynolds off to Riley Miller. Now up top, Maggie Spear. Spear tucks inside, a whistle. And so from 8, Cold Spring Harbor, chance to put themselves in front. Maggie Spear. Spear gets swarmed. Ball floats free. Ryan Reynolds, flag is out. And so from the outer edge, here's Reynolds. Reynolds. Whistle driving in, and Victor not making it easy on themselves. Of course, Reynolds is so good and hard to stay in front of and hard not to commit a penalty. There's a shot, and Cold Spring Harbor goes in front. Ryan Reynolds scores her second goal of the game, 6-5 Seahawks. Take another look at Reynolds after a few penalties. Able to drive inside and heaves it past Allen for the goal. Well, it felt like Cold Spring Harbor was playing catch-up the entire game. Trailing 2-0 and then cat and mouse with Victor, erasing 1-goal deficits, and now in front. And so now Victor send out their best face-off player in Devin Livingston. Whistle, and Cold Spring Harbor with possession. Olivia Mulata starts it off and then gets it off to Bentley. And so here's Cold Spring Harbor again, Jenna Kessler to Ryan Reynolds. Amelia Bentley. Flipped up top. Final minutes of play in the first half. Cold Spring Harbor with a 6-5 lead. Olivia Mulata. Spear. Spear. Ball ajar. And foul against the Blue Devils, and Stops the clock with 35 seconds to go.
They've been calling both ways. It's like, don't use the fucking stuff.
Here's Spear. Drops off. Reynolds rifles a pass and gets blocked, and fight for possession. And so 22 seconds and rolling. Cold Spring Harbor's got to go. And what could be one of their final possessions of the opening half. Cold Spring Harbor would like to strike one more through. Bentley. Whistle. And that stops the clock. 8.2 seconds to go.
Here you go, Mel. Here you go, Mel.
Amelia Bentley. Bentley in that start position. The drive, denied. Maggie Allen shovels it away. And that should do it for the first half. Cold Spring Harbor erases a 2-goal deficit to take a 6-5 lead going into the half as Ryan Reynolds and Amelia Bentley lead the way for the Seahawks, leading 6-5 here at the half. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll recap the first half, get you ready for the second half right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Dante does it again!
Defensive play. Dante Pizarro.
Yellico ties it up. Move by Yeso steps up and score. A jump shot for Nell.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media Pass is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County playoffs. For semifinal and championship coverage of boys and girls lacrosse, softball, and baseball, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Varsity Media is the home for New York high school sports.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Hey parents, how about a bobblehead for your athlete? Bobbleheads are one of the most preferred personalized gift items today, and it's so easy to order. All you need is a photo of your athlete, a model number from our extensive collection of bobbleheads, and the sculpting process begins. 2 proofs are sent for your approval, and once it's approved, in a few weeks, your bobblehead is on the way. It's that simple. Order your bobblehead today by logging into varsitymediapass.com and click catalogs, or call 516-403-2050. Looking to grow your business on social media? Let Varsity Media help you. With over 50,000 followers across our platform, sponsor a segment during the broadcast and share it on social media the next day. It's the best of both worlds, as you'll get thousands of plays and your ad will live on the broadcast forever. Contact us today for sponsorship packages by calling 917-470-0864 or emailing varsitymediasponsors@gmail.com. Did you just have the best athletic year of your life? And now you want to show it off to college coaches? Well, let Varsity Media help you. Varsity Media's college recruiting videos show off your unique skills to help you land a spot on the team of your dream school. We'll provide music, spot shadow effects, and a link to send to your next coach. Contact us today for more information. Don't rely on word of mouth or cold emails. Let Varsity Media help you take your game to the next level. Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media.
High school sports fans, are you following Varsity Media on our YouTube channel? For the best coverage of New York high school sports, make sure you head to youtube.com/varsity media. 3 easy steps. First, hit that like button, and then be sure to subscribe. And finally, tap that yellow bell to be notified of all of our upcoming sportscasts. Thank you for following Varsity Media on YouTube.
Varsity Media is offering a video folder that you can customize to meet your needs. A photo of your athlete can be elegantly placed in the front panel. Essential statistics with a biography can be printed on the inside panel, and videos can be downloaded and viewed on an LCD screen for as long as 2 hours. The attractive video folder can be placed on a coffee table and instantly becomes a conversation starter. Order your video folder today by logging into varsitymediapass.com and click Catalogs, or give us a call at 516-403-2050. When it comes to advertising, are you hitting the right audience? Why waste your time with television or a free print publication that's given out at a local deli? Varsity Media has your back. With a following of over 50,000 and a local demographic ranging between the ages of 18 and 54 years old, it's time to get that return on investment. Plus, here's the best part. Your ad lives forever on our YouTube page. And with a large on-demand audience, it's a grand slam to advertise with Varsity Media.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Did you know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events? Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050.
Dante does it
Terrific
again!
Defensive play. Dante Madaro.
Illico ties it
Power
up.
move by Tieso. Steps up and score.
A jump shot for Nell.
High school sports fans, Varsity Media Pass is the exclusive live stream partner of Nassau County Playoffs. For semifinal and championship coverage of boys and girls lacrosse, softball, and baseball, head to varsitymediapass.com to order. Varsity Media is the home for New York high school sports.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Hey parents, how about a bobblehead for your athlete? Bobbleheads are one of the most preferred personalized gift items today, and it's so easy to order. All you need is a photo of your athlete, a model number from our extensive collection of bobbleheads, and the sculpting process begins. 2 proofs are sent for your approval, and once it's approved, in a few weeks, your bobblehead is on the way. It's that simple. Order your bobblehead today by logging into varsitymediapass.com and click catalogs, or call 516-403-2050. Looking to grow your business on social media? Let Varsity Media help you. With over 50,000 followers across our platform, sponsor a segment during the broadcast and share it on social media the next day. It's the best of both worlds, as you'll get thousands of plays and your ad will live on the broadcast forever. Contact us today for sponsorship packages by calling 917-470-0864 or emailing varsitymediasponsors@gmail.com. Did you just have the best athletic year of your life? And now you want to show it off to college coaches? Well, let Varsity Media help you. Varsity Media's college recruiting videos show off your unique skills to help you land a spot on the team of your dream school. We'll provide music, spot shadow effects, and a link to send to your next coach. Contact us today for more information. Don't rely on word of mouth or cold emails. Let Varsity Media help you take your game to the next level. Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media. Welcome you back to Cold Spring Harbor. It's a 6-5 lead for the home team as the Seahawks with a lead over Victor, the defending New York State champions. Hello again, everybody. I'm John Perez. Well, if you love girls lacrosse, we've got a ton of it coming up this year on the Varsity Media Sports Network. As you see, Cold Spring Harbor will take on Manhasset on April 11th. That was a win for the Seahawks last year. And then the Woodstick Classic on April 20th. Garden City and Manhasset, then Massapequa again. A lot of Cold Spring Harbor girls lacrosse, so get used to it. And then, of course, May 10th at 7 p.m., St. Anthony's travels to Manhasset to take on the Indians. You can watch it all on youtube.com/Varsity Media. High-flying first quarter by a defensive-minded second quarter. It was really slowed down in the action. Just taking a look, Devin Livingston and Ali Pisano scoring within the first minute for Victor to give them a 2-0 lead. Then Cold Spring Harbor settled in defensively, got 2 goals back by Amelia Bentley and Ryan Reynolds. And then it was a game of cat and mouse where Victor with 1 goal leads until it was Amelia Bentley's second goal of the game to tie it up at 5. And then Reynolds scored again, the 2 with a pair of goals in the first quarter. As we get the A-OK, and second half set to begin as it's Amelia Bentley and Devin Livingston in the face-off, as Livingston was fantastic in the face-off in the first half for Victor, winning nearly every single draw. And Amelia Bentley, a good hustle player as well, and one of the top draw players for Cold Spring Harbor as well. And plop straight up. Olivia Mulata takes a spill, and Victor concedes as Cold Spring Harbor will have the first possession of the second half. Ryan Reynolds driving on the inside, and now will set up the offense. And we mentioned Cold Spring Harbor playing with the lead for the first time in this game, and now it's Kelly Callahan had a goal in the first half. Flag is out on the cross check, and it looks to be against Bryn Gotham. Well, Callahan scored in the first half, and her goal made it 5-4 Victor. And now a chance to give her team a little cushion. Just 55 seconds into the second half. Drives inside, whistle. And a penalty before the shot comes off. And a reset for Callahan. Callahan gives it a rip, deflected, Allen. As the ball trickles out of play, good hustle by Bentley. Keep possession for Cold Spring Harbor. Koch up top to Maggie Spear. And now it's Olivia Mulatto. Mulatto off to Callahan. And Callahan working on Bryn Gotham. Like we mentioned, one of those 12 commits. She'll be headed to Michigan after she graduates. Playing in Ann Arbor for the Maize and Blue. Swung up top. Spielberger. And Reynolds. Mulatto slips. Ball poked free. Ground ball, Reynolds. And a whistle before the GB. Olivia Mulatto and an assist against Penfield yesterday, looking for her first goal. Skips it and saved Allen. Trickles to X, and it stays with Callahan and the Seahawks. Here's Amelia Bentley. Slipping near side, Bentley receives from Spielberger. 1v1, stopping on a dime, trying to get past this Blue Devil defense. And a good job there by Ryan Savage, the Siena commit. He was a vocal leader and seamlessly working with Abby Murphy on defense for Victor, who has done a good job of slowing down Cold Spring Harbor in elongated stretches, especially in that second quarter. And now Reynolds. Callahan with Gotham. Spielberger. Almost like a check swing, and there's Reynolds. Off to Bentley. Four minutes gone by, third quarter. 6-5 the lead for Cold Spring Harbor, and this Victor defense doing a good job of not giving any shooting lanes to Cold Spring Harbor. Bentley tries a shot and can't get it there. There's the mom goal, and unfortunately doesn't count as Allen swings it ahead. And here's Gotham. Saw the speed of Gotham in the first half, and now on display in the second half. As it'll stay with Victor. And a long pass lobbed midfield. Abby Murphy with the catch, and up top is Adrid. Libby Boland. Swung over again. Soskin's out of her cage. Victor trying to capitalize, and Soskin covers the ground and gobbles it up. She robbed Adrid right in front of the cage and picks up her fifth save of the game. Soskin directing traffic, no one to pass it to. Ranging over is Koch, and now Soskin calling for her teammates, and now here comes the pressure. Soskin shaking. She's got to take care of the ball and get back to her net. She does. And Kessler now able to get it across midfield. In stride, here's Mulata. And then Victor with the turnover. Well, good defense all around by the Blue Devils, and forcing Cold Spring Harbor. Have their goalie come out and make a play, and now back the other way, it's Devin Livingston. Livingston shook up. No call, and Cold Spring Harbor comes up with it. Back the other way, kick save and a beauty. Maggie Allen with the rejection. And now the horn comes off. So I think Cold Spring Harbor was looking for a timeout. And now official will go over to the board, and we'll just see if it gets awarded here. Of course, you got to have possession to call timeout. And oh, we have a brief break in the action. I mentioned how good this Victor team is. Well, here's a list of commits that they have, and there you see Pronti over to Georgetown, Brent Gotham at Michigan, Libby Colstead, that is Madison Colstead over at Clarkson, Morgan Livingston, Arizona State, Devin Livingston over at Maryland, Julia Sodoma, we've seen a few times here today at Campbell, Bruno DePitt, Libby Boland at University of New Hampshire, Ryan Savage at Siena, Abby Murphy and Olivia McKinnon will stay close to home in upstate New York at UAlbany, and then Allie Dodge out of Geneseo. As Victor trailing 6-5 with 5:05 to play in the third quarter, and it's been a fun one so far. We saw a lot of scoring so far, and after today, Victor, well, they'll stay on Long Island, and they'll face St. Anthony's tomorrow before headed back upstate, and they'll take on Brighton, as well as South Jefferson, Rush Henrietta, Irondequoit, along with Canandaigua and Hilton. And, of course, you can follow some of those action games on the Varsity Media Sports Network. I'm sure there's a few live streams in there. Of course, Varsity Media keeping tabs on Section 5 as well. Jen Haggerty said it's been a fun ride down south and loves to schedule these games, obviously, to keep her team strong and ready to go come playoff time. And there you see Jamie Smith as well. She was the head coach last year. Jamie Smith is the one in the hood, and there's Haggerty in the beanie. But either way, Jamie Smith, now the assistant coach, and the head coach of the defense, and says that she's been spoiled with good coaches as well, and a great team, as Haggerty looking to spark the comeback, and her team has to play defense off the timeout. 5:05 remaining in the third quarter, and a 6-5 lead for Cold Spring Harbor. As we wait for the restart. And here we go.
I've been with my dad years ago, but I don't know if my mom likes that stuff. I guess they probably did not. But my dad was out. He was out. Yeah,
Spielberger.
Years ago.
Off to Spear.
Yeah.
And Reynolds.
He didn't seem to remember.
He's getting older.
Callahan. We've seen Victor rotate defensively and not give any lanes to shoot for Cold Spring Harbor, and that's been their calling card over the last few years, the defending New York State champs. As Bentley lobs up top, there's Ryan Reynolds. And now around the arch. Callahan. Reynolds. They're just able to take minutes off the clock if they want to. And the Cold Spring Harbor team that takes care of the ball. Shot over the crossbar and a whistle before the shot. And so Ryan Reynolds off the free start. Ryan Reynolds, a couple of goals today. Looking for the hat trick and stings it. Ryan Reynolds goes 5-hole and a 2-goal cushion for Cold Spring Harbor late in the third. Well, Victor doing a good job defensively, not allowing any shots during normal play, so from the 8 meters. That was Reynolds able to put it in the back of the net. Reynolds, a couple of goals yesterday against Penfield. Now 5 goals over her last 2 games. And with 3:25 to go, Victor, just like Cold Spring Harbor was at the beginning of the game, sees themselves trailing by 2. Flipped up top. Here's Bruno. Now to Devin Livingston. Collision, and that'll stop the clock with 3:10 to go in the third. And a yellow card called against Cold Spring Harbor. That's Jenna Kessler being sent off. And so a 2-minute penalty against Kessler. So Livingston with Soskin. Let's get around Spear too. And we'll set it up. Your side, Bruno. Top to Adrid. Julia Bruno, GB. Slips, lost it. And curls it back out. Livingston, whistle in front. And here's Livingston once more. Down player for Cold Spring Harbor was Zoe Soskin, but quickly gains her footing. Long shot, whistles to the left. And here's Morgan Livingston. Livingston, the drive, collision. And a good job there by Rachel Louie to draw the charge. And so Cold Spring Harbor will take over, and let's take another look at Louie, who's not afraid to take the contact, does a good job there on Morgan Livingston, and awards her team possession with 15 seconds and rolling on the penalty. Ten seconds left to Mulata, or check that, that's Louie trying to get it back. And Soskin quickly gets it over to Michelle Coles. Turnover. Here's Devin Livingston. Penalty's over. Just over a minute to play in the third. Devin Livingston, the drive, collision again, and a whistle. .40 seconds to go. Here's Devin Livingston. Swung up top. And now Cami Adrid. Victor would love to go into the fourth quarter, only trailing by 1. Cold Spring Harbor on a 2-goal edge. Feels a little luxurious at this point with the way that Victor can turn it on. 15 seconds to go. Ali Pisano got the scoring started in the beginning of the game and now defers over. That's Libby Boland. Boland to Pisano, 3 seconds, 2 and 1. They don't get a shot off, and that does a great defensive stand by Cold Spring Harbor to keep Victor from even getting a shot off, as that fires up Maya Soskin and the rest of the crew. Cold Spring Harbor going to the fourth with a 2-goal lead on the Varsity Media Sports Network. We're watching Varsity Media, New York's premier high school sports network. Did you just have the best athletic year of your life, and now you want to show it off to college coaches? Well, let Varsity Media help you. Varsity Media's college recruiting videos show off your unique skills to help you land a spot on the team of your dream school. We'll provide music, spot shadow effects, and a link to send to your next coach. Contact us today for more information. Don't rely on word of mouth or cold emails. Let Varsity Media help you take your game to the next level. Looking to grow your business on social media? Let Varsity Media help you. With over 50,000 followers across our platform, sponsor a segment during the broadcast and share it on social media the next day. It's the best of both worlds, as you'll get thousands of plays and your ad will live on the broadcast forever. Contact us today for sponsorship packages by calling 917-470-0864 or emailing varsitymediasponsors@gmail.com. Welcome you back to Cold Spring Harbor, a 7-5 lead for the Seahawks over the Victor Blue Devils right here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. And Cold Spring Harbor, after today, take a look at their schedule as they'll stay on Long Island for the rest of the season. Southside on the road, Long Beach at home, and then at Manhasset. It's kind of a home away to take on Sacred Heart. All very good teams across the island. Garden City, of course, and William Floyd. That rounds it out. And, of course, that game against Manhasset on the Varsity Media Sports Network on April 11th. Should be a fun one over in Manhasset. And, of course, Cold Spring Harbor, one of the top teams in our rankings. This, of course, is the downstate rankings. Otherwise, Victor would be up there. St. Anthony's leads the charge. Garden City, Bayport, Blue Point, Massapequa, along with Cold Spring Harbor, North Shore, Wantagh, Northport, Sacred Heart, West Hampton, Sayville, Rocky Point, Floyd, and West Islip. And we showed the full girls schedule earlier in the broadcast. And, of course, we'll have a ton of these teams as well as the Nassau Public Playoffs as well. So those are all the records right now as of March 31st. And now Victor looking for the comeback, and Cold Spring Harbor looking to stay undefeated. Winners in 3 of their first games, a 15-4 win over Farmingdale, triple overtime win against Port Washington, and then cruising past Penfield, 11-7 yesterday. Victor, only one game on the season, 14-6, the win over Penfield. Devin Livingston and Amelia Bentley on the faceoff. And the ground ball. A quick whack to the temple. Lila Kubrick wins possession for Victor. This game got off to a hot start. Now the defenses have settled down. And as Gotham took the brunt of it. Sienna Koch in the vicinity with Kelly Callahan. We'll see this get all sorted out. Here comes near side to Kubrick. And up top, Ryan Savage. Madrid. Over to Maya Pronti, someone who has really come into her own, the Georgetown commit. And now it's Ali Pisano, only a freshman, is not committed yet for obvious reasons, but Jen Haggerty says the recruiting will ratchet up as she gets older. And in front, Soskin Wasn't an intended shot, but Soskin able to keep it and clear from her crease. And now Soskin. And this is what we saw earlier in the game where Soskin had difficulty getting the ball to an open midfielder or even attacker. And we'll slow it down, obviously, with no shot clock either. Take her time, milk the clock, and almost 2 minutes gone by in the fourth quarter. And Castellane going into direct traffic, and now here comes Victor. That's Ali Pisano on the forecheck. Soskin backpedaling. You can see this control chaos that Victor's press does, and off the whistle, stays with Cold Spring Harbor. Soskin slides it ahead. Maggie Spear off to Jenna Kessler, and Kessler gets it across midfield. And whistle halting, but there's Kessler. Off to Spielberger. And now rounded around, Bentley. Off to Callahan. Callahan, a little shake and bake. Spear. 3 minutes gone by, fourth quarter. Spear to Spielberger. Reynolds. Callahan. Stopping on her back foot. Good defense by Gotham. And now it's Spear again, as Adrid comes out to draw the assignment. Bentley behind the cage. Shaded by Savage. Off the slip, here's Reynolds. Skips it wide to the left, but Bentley was there. Boy, Amelia Bentley has kept so many possessions alive for Cold Spring Harbor. And she does it once again. Bentley. Here's Callahan. A couple of goals early on today, and we mentioned 2 goals in the first 30 seconds for Victor. Devin Livingston and Alec Pisano made it 2-0, but then Amelia Bentley and Ryan Reynolds quickly answered back. That made it 2-2, and then Livingston and Spear exchanged goals, and eventually it was Julia Bruno gave Victor a 4-3 lead going into the second quarter. Livingston, Callahan, Bentley, and Reynolds all scored in the second quarter, and then Ryan Reynolds made it 7-5 in the third. As Bentley skirting around in this Cold Spring Harbor offense, just shaking another minute off the clock. Galloping over at Savage. Something opening up. Here's Callahan. Couldn't get the shot off. That'll stop the clock. And a penalty upcoming. And a yellow card against Julia Bruno. So the penalty against Bruno. And we'll take another look as she picks up the 2-minute penalty. Keep an eye on Bruno, number 21. And yeah, the stick a little too high, and she knew it right away. Most of the good players know it, and even though it's not intended to be there, penalty nonetheless. Here's Kelly Callahan. Callahan and Allen. There's Callahan looking for a second goal of the game and pulls it back out. No reason to be in a hurry, and Here, Cold Spring Harbor, just slow it down. And play catch for the final fourth quarter. They had Spear trailing, and now finally gets possession. Up top, Reynolds. Mulata, shot, save. Long rebound. And there's Cold Spring Harbor again, Maggie Spear. Halfway home in the fourth. The whistle flag is out. Wait to see, they'll rearrange the players and play will resume up top. And now Ruby Spielberger. Reynolds. Off to Bentley. Mulata slips it, almost taken away. Low shot, denied. Allen. Cold Spring Harbor gets a long rebound. And then a whistle. And they'll stop the clock with 4:44 remaining. Nine seconds left on that 2-minute penalty. As Ryan Savage getting an explanation from the lead officials and just making sure that Savage is okay and favoring the right forearm. But is okay, play resumes. 6 seconds to go on the penalty. And that does it, so Julia Bruno comes out. We're back at even strength with 4.5 to play. Shot in front, up and under, taken away. Never got through to Allen. And now Victor finally able to come out of the pack. Overshot was Livingston in the open field. And there is Rachel Louie to take it away. Louie has just made big play after big play. And now it's Callahan. There's Callahan. Callahan weaving, draws the defender, slipped up top and a goal and a backbreaker at that. Ruby Spielberger, the junior, gives Cold Spring Harbor a little breathing room. They go up 8-5 with 3.5 to play in the fourth. Take another look. Spielberger moving so well without the ball. As it started with Callahan, slipped over, 8-5 Seahawks. And so now for Victor. They've got to win this faceoff and put a tally up quickly, and they've got to do it twice. Give themselves a chance at the tie. Take two. Livingston and Bentley. And straight up in the air, there's Livingston. Much needed draw for Victor. Devin Livingston lifting through, and then a timeout taken by Victor. And we'll take it with them as well. 3:29 to play in the fourth on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Did you know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events? Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050.
Welcome back to Cold Spring Harbor, an 8-5 lead for the Seahawks over the Victor Blue Devils. This is what we've got cooking on the Varsity Media Sports Network over the next couple of weeks, and including this weekend, a pair of fun ones and non-league matchups, starting with Del Barton and St. Anthony's. Del Barton comes over the bridge, and then Shoreham-Wading River taking on East Islip, and then a big day on the 10th. St. Anthony, Chaminade, Port Washington, Cold Spring Harbor. We'll see these Cold Spring Harbor Seahawks again on the 11th, taking on Manhasset. And a couple other Suffolks in there as well. And then a whole day over at Bethpage on the 15th. Girls lacrosse featuring Mineola and Bethpage. We'll also have a Bethpage Long Beach softball game that day as well. So a fun time to be watching the Varsity Media Sports Network. And you should subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/Varsity Media. 3:17 to play. Here's Ali Pisano. 3 unanswered goals by Cold Spring Harbor, and Victor finally gets one back. It's Devin Livingston, her third of the game. Check that, number 4. And that makes it 8-6. So good job by Livingston to drive inside. And take another look as Livingston, that'll be her calling card all game. Needing her to score big goals, and that was a tough one. A couple of defenders swarming in on her, and then able to beat Soskin, who is a great goalie in her own right. We wait for the face-off. Livingston and Bentley. No timeouts left for Victor. Cold Spring Harbor has 1. Then the Seahawks win it. Here's Ryan Reynolds. Jarred free. Stays with the Seahawks. And quickly flipped up top to Ruby Spielberger. Scored the last Seahawks goal. And now it's Maggie Spear, as Italian in her own right. Takes contact, whistle. We'll stay with the Seahawks. Flipped over far side. Spielberger.
Using the zebra as a little.
Here's Ryan Savage
Using the ref as
on defense, or check that Julia Brown.
It's brilliant. It's twice there.
Final 2 minutes to play in regulation, and Cold Spring Harbor can slow it down. Cold Spring Harbor checking off all the boxes, particularly starting from the second half of the first quarter and onward. A really good job defending, possessing, and taking clean shots. And now Ruby Spielberger. Spielberger. Lost it. Victor fighting for it, and then another whistle. It'll stay with Cold Spring Harbor. 1:11 to go, and Danielle Castellane will call her final timeout, talk it over with her team. And while we have a second here, of course, you want Varsity Media to cover your game, well, give us a call today and let us broadcast your lacrosse games this year, which is great for rivalry games, homecoming, senior day, and, of course, the playoffs. Email varsitymediasponsors@gmail.com or give us a call today, 917-470-0864. If you mention this ad, you get 25% off of your SPORTSCAST price. Come to Varsity Media. Nobody does it better. 8-6 the lead for Cold Spring Harbor, as they'll take on Southside on the road tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Victor looking to stay in it. They'll take on St. Anthony's tomorrow. And, of course, great weekend for Victor as well to bolster their out-of-conference schedule and toughen themselves up, and especially for Cold Spring Harbor. So a good job by both programs to keep this relationship alive and, of course, schedule tough early on in the season. It's only going to help you. And Cold Spring Harbor looking to take the next step this year and bring home a New York State title. It's a team that has been upset in the semifinals each of the last couple of years. And Victor, the defending state champs, will roll out there. 1:11 to play in the fourth, trailing by a couple of goals. And Cold Spring Harbor with possession. Cold Spring Harbor looking for a 4-0 start. And they've battled the defending champs pretty tough, and this is a team that returns a lot from a year ago. A lot of college commits, but Cold Spring Harbor has hung with them. And now with 1:11 to play, Cold Spring Harbor starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Take care. Be good.
Wait for the A-OK. Now we're just not sure what the cause of the delay is. A formational thing, but now we're all set. Play resumes. Clock winding down. And it's Ryan Reynolds to pull it back out. Final minute to play in the fourth, as Allen comes out of her cage, almost gets the turnover. And it stays with Cold Spring Harbor. Time winding down, 50 seconds to go. And an open net for Victor. Pulled back out. 29 seconds to play. This is Mulata. And the Cold Spring Harbor crowd starting to feel it. And a good battle today between these two of the top teams in New York State, but it's going to be Cold Spring Harbor who will pick up its fourth win of the year as time starts to wind down. And they got it done in all facets of the game, offense, defense, and, of course, in between the 30s, as Cold Spring Harbor upsets the defending New York State champions as they win it 8-6 at home and pick up their fourth win of the year. Maya Soskin, fantastic in net. She was a brick wall in the second half. And a huge win resume-wise for Cold Spring Harbor as they improved to 4-0 on the year. For Victor, they're back at 500 at 1-1. And a good battle by them, but unfortunately ran out of steam in the final three quarters. As they fall to 1-1, they'll take on St. Anthony's tomorrow before heading back upstate. But a good day for girls lacrosse overall, as Cold Spring Harbor with the victory over Victor in 8-6 final. So that's going to do it for our coverage here at Cold Spring Harbor. It's been a fun one. For our executive producer, Ben Turchin, technical director is Chris Sweeney, Ron Pierre and Becca Kazak's giving you the moving images. This is John Perez saying so long from Cold Spring Harbor High School. This has been a presentation of Section 5 and Section 8 Girls Lacrosse on your home for New York's high school sports, the Varsity Media Sports Network.